Alright, ladies and chickens, let's do this thing. I need water. What's up, guys? It's Joyce, and long time no see. So if you've been subscribed to me for a long time, you may or may not have noticed that I haven't uploaded in like 20 years, and I'm going to talk about that later in the video. But I want to get to the meat and potatoes of today's video, which is my first semester experience at the University of Texas. But I just wanted to make this video talking about my experience during my first semester to hopefully help you guys out if you're thinking about going to UT or you already got accepted and you're about to start next fall. So yeah, I'm going to get started with academics. So I am a first year business major. So technically I'm a freshman, but I came into college with like a lot of credits from like AP and dual credit. So right now I'm technically a sophomore, and once I finish this year, I'm gonna be a junior. Right? Yeah. So like I said, I'm a business major, and I'm not completely sure what I want to get like my concentration in, if that makes sense. That's a problem for another day, and we'll figure it out later. But this semester I took 4 classes. The first one being my UGS, which was Fashion, Beauty, and Visual Cultures. I took Microeconomics, Management Information Systems, and Biology for business, law, and psychology majors. So first I'm going to talk about my UGS. A UGS course it stands for Undergraduate Studies, and all students at UT have to take this. It's basically like taking a course over any topic that you want. So I chose Fashion, Beauty, and Visual Cultures. That class didn't really end up being what I expected it to be. But yeah, it was a really easy class. We did a couple of writing assignments. I know in other UGS courses people have to write a lot of essays and such like that, but I'm glad I didn't have to write that many. But yeah, I had my UGS, and then I also took Microeconomics and that was a doozy. So basically I took macroeconomics during high school, and I took it online through dual credit at a community college, and I didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything, but I passed, so that's all that matters. And then I took microeconomics at UT, and that was tragic. I mean, I got good grades on like all of my assignments. I got A's and B's, but then when it came to the midterms, I did not excel, to say the least. And that was partially because I don't really care about economics, you know what I mean? So if I'm not gonna care, I'm not gonna like pay attention in class and stuff like that. But eventually everything worked out. I passed the class, so I don't have to worry about economics anymore. My third class I took was Management Information Systems, and that was probably my favorite class that I took this semester, just because my professor was really great. Not only did he teach the material pretty well, he cared about his students and wanted us to like learn and grow as individuals. I remember, I will like never forget this day. We did like a whole lecture on the greatness that is Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan, and talking about like their success and how they got to where they were. And it was a very interesting day, to say the least, but it was honestly so great. All in all, I really liked MIS. I don't think I'm gonna major in that because, you know, Python and SQL and like coding and stuff is not for me. So yeah, we're not about to do all that. Lastly, after MIS, I took biology for business, law, and psychology majors. And that's basically just biology for non-science majors. So it was pretty, you didn't learn about like the cell and all that stuff. My class was like basically the scientific method for like the whole semester, and like quantitative reasoning and stuff like that. But all in all, I took 4 classes, which amounted to 12 hours, which is basically the minimum requirement for being a full-time student. And I would say my workload was pretty good. It wasn't like too crazy. I wanted to take 12 hours a semester just to kind of, you know, get my feet wet and get myself familiar with being a college student and what's that life is like. I didn't have to pull too many all-nighters this semester, which I'm kind of surprised about, but I'm also glad because I love sleep. I think if you're going into your first semester of college, then I think 12 hours is a really good amount to start out with. Probably 12 to 15 is a good range to stay within. Just so that you kind of get familiar with the workload that college is, because obviously it's way different than high school. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad, honestly. And if I ever needed help with anything, I could talk to like TAs and go to their like TA sessions for tutoring and stuff like that. And there's loads of different resources if you ever feel like you're like falling behind in a class, There's tons of resources if you feel like you're falling behind in a class or you're not doing too well, like your grade isn't where you want it to be. Now I kind of want to talk about my living situation. So I live on campus in a dorm. I live in Jester, which is basically like, they call it like the heart of campus because it's like near everything. It's next to the gym, the library, the PCL. I know it's right next to the Blanton Museum, which is really cool. Jester is like a really popular choice for incoming freshmen. So I share my room with one other roommate, and I have a community bath. And a lot of people like, you know, recoil when they hear community bath, and honestly it's not that bad. There's 4 toilets and there's like 5 showers, and it's cleaned like twice a day pretty well. Like the cleaning ladies, they do their job well. And I've never really had like a gross or disgusting encounter in the bathrooms. I mean, there's been like hair in like the drain and on the walls, which isn't that bad. Like I was expecting like a tampon or something, but God bless, I haven't seen one. I would recommend community bath because it's honestly the cheapest living situation, and it's really not that bad. You'll be fine. So like I said, I live with one other person, my roommate Michaela. Hey Michaela, if you're watching, love that girly. But yeah, it's really not bad living with a roommate. Like I personally love like my alone time and having my own personal space. But living with a roommate really isn't that bad. You just have to communicate with that person. Like if you're having problems with your roommate or you're worried about future problems or anything like that, communication is key. If you ever have like an issue or they need to clean their side of the room because it's looking like a dump, tell them, girl, because you're just gonna be living in misery and filth and stank booty, and that's not a fun time. If you're looking for roommates, I recommend using Twitter because that's how I found my roommate. Like looking through the hashtag, we're class of 22, so hashtag UT22 on Twitter. A lot of people will like post about themselves and like put it in their bio. So if you're looking for roommates or you're looking for friends, look through a hashtag and you'll probably find some cool people, because that's what I did, and it worked out for me. So, and that kind of segues into my next topic, which is social life and making friends. So like I said, if you're about to attend UT, I recommend the summer before you get there, put your class put your graduating year in your bio. So I'm UT class of 22, so I put hashtag UT22 in my Twitter bio, and you can search through that hashtag on Twitter and see who else is in your graduating class. You can reach out to people, make some friends, find your roommates, just like I did. And yeah, I think that's a really easy way to get to know people, because obviously people put a lot of their personal life on Twitter, which probably isn't always the best thing, but I mean, you'll know if that person is sketchy or not just by looking at their Twitter, you know what I mean? And you'll know like if they're a person that you'll want to hang out with or be friends with. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing that if you don't know anyone who's going to UT from your school. Like I did, I only know, I think, 2 people in my same high school class who went to UT, but I never really talked to them in high school, so that wasn't really going to change in college. So I was like, you know, by myself basically. But I did have one friend who was a year older than me who is at UT, and I had her, Brandy, love her, but at the same time, like, I can't rely on her for everything and to teach me everything, you know what I mean? Like, I have to make my own friends and all that jazz. Twitter is the move. Another way to make friends at college, which is, I know it's like a cliche and like you hear it all the time, but get involved. Even in high school, middle school, high school, college, get involved. At UT, there's hundreds of different organizations that you can join. There's like Quidditch for, you know, the Harry Potter fans. I'm in the university fashion group, which is quite the fun time since I love fashion and I want to work in the fashion industry, so I love it. There's like, I don't know, there's like intramural sports teams, there's soccer, and you know, all the works. The first couple of weeks of the semester, everyone is on Speedway with tables, handing out free stuff, telling you to come to their meetings, come to their info sessions, and it's a great time. So many free t-shirts. Girl, you're gonna, oh yes, so many free t-shirts. Just walking on Speedway like the first day of class, you'll find something that you'll want to get involved in, and you should do it because it's a really easy way to make friends, really easy way to find like-minded people. Oh, and then another way that I made a couple friends was through New Black Student Weekend, which is basically like this retreat weekend for the Black students at UT to kind of, you know, learn, I mean not really learn, but meet more people in the community. because African Americans are less than 5% of the population at UT. So we're obviously a pretty small group, and that's why they created NBSW, and I went to that and it was such a fun time. I met so many cool people who, some of them I ended up having classes with starting in the fall semester. Like, we didn't even have internet for like 2 days, so what else is there to do without internet, you know? Talk to people, duh. I understand that making friends can be hard for some people. If you're introverted, you know, you're kind of a homebody, you don't really like to go out, but I think college is the time where you're finding yourself, and I think it's a really amazing opportunity to make new friends. Like, at UT, there's over 50,000 students. Like, college is the perfect time to step out of your comfort zone. As a freshman, you have room to make mistakes, you have room to explore, figure out what you want to do, what you love, what you don't love. There's so much opportunity for you. It's insane, it's amazing. But yeah, if you're having difficulty making friends, just go up to someone, say, oh hey, I like your shoes. A compliment is a great way to start a conversation. Yeah, if you ever need a friend, I'm here. I mean, I'm pretty cool or whatever, so. The last thing I wanted to talk about was being far from home. So for me, UT is 3 hours away from home. I live in North Texas. Part of the reason that I went to UT was because I wanted something new and I wanted to get out of the house, because I have African parents and I love them to death, do not get me wrong. But if you have African parents, or I think minority parents in general, they can be strict sometimes, and I was tired of it, and I was ready to go. I was ready, sister. I mean, obviously I do miss my parents and I miss my family, but I love living there on my own and kind of taking care of myself, because I don't really have anyone telling me to be back at home at a certain time. Like, I can come back to my room whenever I want to, and I don't have people asking me where I'm going, who I'm going with, and all that stuff. I don't think I've really got too homesick this semester. I remember a point when I started to get really homesick was right before Thanksgiving break, because I knew I was coming home. Because the first semester I didn't go home until I went home for like 2 hours when I had the Beyonce concert, because I was like, not gonna pass that up because I didn't pay for the tickets and I was about to go for free. So I was like, yeah, sister. So I went home for 2 hours to see Beyonce, and then I came home for Thanksgiving break. That was it. And then I'm also obviously back for winter break. So yeah, I never really came home during the first semester. I know a lot of people go home like literally every weekend, and I'm like, how? Like, obviously I miss them, but like, live your life, you know what I mean? And obviously I miss my friends from back home, because no one in my graduating class that I really talked to went to UT, and all of my close friends go to different colleges and stuff like that. So that's kind of hard, especially when I know a lot of people stayed local, and it's, I don't know, I remember it was hard for me during the first semester, kind of like watching like my friends hang out, and like I'm in Austin and I'm not there, and I'm like, hey, you know, like, I don't know, I guess it's just a hard kind of watching that. But at the same time, like, I'm making friends in Austin, which is good, you know, like, but, you know, you miss your besties, you know what I mean? But yeah, all in all, I never really got like crazy homesick, and I never really visited home. That makes me sound like a, I don't know, like a crusty child. Like, I never visit home, but like, I call my parents almost every day, and I talk to them almost every day. I call my friends pretty often when they pick up. I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to live my life in Austin, you know, live my best life, flourish, get this bag, and dip. Austin is a fun time. It really is. There's so much to do there. It's like, oh, I love it. I love it. I went to like so many concerts first semester. I went to ACL, saw Khalid and Shawn Mendes. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was so good. Love that. Love Shawn Mendes. Love Khalid. Honestly, truly. There's so much to do in Austin, and there's like so much opportunity there compared to like home for me. Like, yeah, I'm just really excited for the second semester to start. I'm ready to get back on that grind. Not only school, but like I work with a nonprofit and I'm a business owner, and I'm just ready for 2019, and I'm ready to get the bag. Let's get this bread. Let's get these crumbs. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about my first semester at the University of Texas at Austin. and I don't know why I'm talking like this. But yeah, if you guys want more videos about UT, be sure to comment down below, or you can tweet me at Joyce_Kebab. While I'm at it, I'll also plug my Instagram at JoyceKebab minus the underscore. Yeah, I think that's all for this video. I'm really excited to start filming again. Like, I've missed YouTube and like making videos and filming and editing. I remember I stopped when junior year of high school started, because junior year was a trip and a half, sister, honestly. It was a wild time. And then I was like, okay, the summer before senior year, I was like, okay, we're gonna get back on the grind and we're gonna do this again. And then senior year started and I was like, no, you thought, you really did. But yeah, the last 2 years of high school were a doozy. And now I'm in college, which is also a doozy, but I really want to revive my YouTube channel just because I miss creating and I miss making videos and editing and all that fun stuff. So I'm really gonna try to start posting more consistently on my channel. And if you saw my last video, that was actually a lookbook for my fashion brand called Munya. But yeah, I started it at the end of 2018 and I'm so happy and I'm so excited for it to take off. This has like been my dream since, I don't even know, but I'm so excited. Yeah, I was thinking about making a video about it. I'm not sure. Either way, I'll have the shop linked down below. I sell hand embroidered t-shirts right now. I have a heart design and a silhouette of Africa with the word proud underneath. And yeah, that's the tea on that, sis. I think that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.